Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jan, and in this video I'm going to tell you a little bit about time zones, time differences, because I get quite a lot of questions about time differences. Many of you are asking what time is the terminal trades with, what time, if you're located somewhere, what time you should use, and what time you should trade at, what time the news, and what time to properly calculate the time for example, trading the channel system. When I'm telling you, for example, what that look for the channel from the evening the previous day until the morning of the next day, like around 7 a.m. London time. Many of you asking the questions, for example, if I'm in New York, what time should I look for? So I have so many questions, so I decided to make this video to help you to understand how to calculate these differences in times. And I hope it will help you so you wouldn't have so many questions about it. So let's say, so you can see right now you have your terminal, and I'm using MT4 and I'm trading with Talinex. You know that, and so you can be with any other broker, you can have any other platform, so you can ask your broker what the time is used. It could be UTC, GMT, it could be the time where you are locating, so it could be different. So let's say you will be trading the same, let's say you're with Talinex and you're using MT4 or any other platform. So you haven't, like, you opened your screen, for example, you have MT4 opened, and so we have here, you can see the price and it's moving. So now we need to figure out what is the time in my platform. So right now it's $0, it's a 15-minute chart, and I'm going into 1-minute chart, and I'm going to see so what's the time on this right moment. So you can see here right at the bottom it tells you exactly that minute. It's 14:51, so it's nearly 3 p.m. and it's the 30th of March 2015. So now I know the time in terminal, and of course I need to figure out what is the time difference with the my time zone. So for example, I'm right now in Moscow time zone, and you can be in any of course your city. So wherever you can check it, well, of course you can check with your watch, or you can just check on your computer. So I'll be making examples. So here I am, I opened date and time on my computer, and it shows me my Moscow time. It's 17:52, so it's about 6 p.m., nearly 6 p.m. And so as you can see, it's 2:52 p.m. on the terminal. That means it's 3 hours difference. So the terminal is 3 hours behind my local time. And actually here is also tells you that UTC plus 3 is Moscow. So that actually gives you the idea that my terminal is UTC time, so it uses UTC time, universal time. So now I know what's the time in terminal and the difference with my time zone. So exactly the same you do with your city where you are locating. So now of course the next question is that what time, so how do you calculate the time of what we need to trade in. So when I'm telling you London time, usually I use, and you need to remember also about summer and winter time differences and the saving times. So we already done this. It's March, and I'm just going to show you useful sites. For example, it's timeanddate.com you can choose, or you can just type in Google and check what's the time. But for example, on this site you can see the daylight saving time for United States. And you know, the most important for us of course is London session and US session. So that's why we are looking at those two. So US, we know that the time was changed on 8th of March 2015, 1 hour ahead, and the next time change the time will be in November 2015 when the clock will go back. So until November we're on a summertime, so we're okay. And the same you can find here for UK. Also, actually, if you look down, you have it for the rest of other years, 2016, 17, 18, you can see when the time will be changing. So if you are trading, you can have you have your little diary where you can make notes of the changing the times. Also the same would be for the UK, but I also use government.uk site where they also tell you that the changing of the time, it was already on 29th of March, and the next will be time going back on 25th of October. So now until October we're using the summertime. So now we know that US and England changed the times. So we are kind of okay with it. And the next thing we would need to find out, of course, is the differences, because I quite often tell you about London time, and as you can see now here it's UTC time and UTC GMT, and usually, so in summer London is 1 hour ahead UTC GMT time, and in winter it's the same as GMT. So now you would kind of know that if we're looking here, and if I'm telling you, for example, look for a channel, like 6-7 o'clock in the morning London time, and now we know that in my terminal it's UTC time. So if I would let's say go back to 15 minutes, I can draw the line to, so I would know the next day. So it's 30th today, and it will be 31st. And so I would have to look, let's go for 30 minutes, it would be easier. So if I'm saying English time up until 6-7 o'clock in the morning, that means it would be here in my platform, it would be 5-6 o'clock in the morning. And so if I say, well, let's say 8 o'clock in the morning London time, then here would be 1 hour back, so it would be about 7 o'clock. So that's how you can draw the lines in your platform to know what time you should, let's say, look for the channels. And of course then you use the time you are in. So like I found out that I'm with Moscow, it's 3 hours difference. So if it's 7 o'clock, that means if I will be staying in Moscow, it would be for me 10 o'clock in the morning. I would have to look for the channels. So let's say if you are in New York, which I quite often gets the questions from people in New York, then you can also figure out this way, or you can use this site, which is very good. You can go to time zones, and they have time zone converter where you can press. So we have 30th March. It doesn't really matter what the date right now, because we know that remember about the change of the time zone of the summer and winter times, so they're done now, so we don't really care about the dates right now, so we need to choose the time. So let's say I'm saying to you, for example, look for channels around 7 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the morning of London time. So I put 7 o'clock AM, I will choose first London and United Kingdom, of course, because you can see London is also in Canada. So we have to choose United Kingdom, and your location could be wherever you can be. Well, let's say we are in New York, so we will pick New York. And of course you would have to choose, you have to find New York, USA. You can see there's so many New Yorks, and we need exactly this one. Or New York City, for example. New York City, and we just press convert, and that's it. The system done it all for you. So you can see London time, if it's in London 7 o'clock in the morning, then in New York it's 2 AM, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So you can see it's UTC -4, and if London is UTC +1, then we can see that UTC GMT time would be 6 o'clock in the morning, which is in our terminal. So I figured out that it's in my terminal, and so I can, for example, change it to 6 o'clock, and So we can see again here, so if it's up to 7 o'clock in the morning London, so it's 2 o'clock a.m. New York time, and it would be 6 o'clock in the morning in my terminal right here. So that's how you can find out. It's very easy, and I think now you ain't gonna have a question, so you can choose any city here instead of New York City, anywhere where you are in the world. Any city you can put in here, it will tell you, will calculate you what time you need to look, what trade if you're looking for at specific time or something. It will tell you, very easy. And also you need to, of course, to find out what the time is in your terminal, just like we just I found out the terminals use UTC time. So if yours is not UTC, you can find out what's the difference between your terminal and the country where you are in. And so next one is also a very good option when you trade in news events. I've been telling you about this site, it's Daily Forex, where I'm using the economic calendar, and they also, if you press that, they also have different times, so you can see it's very useful and easy to use. Also, if that would help you to find out the news events, because it's quite common question. So current time, you can see it shows as GMT 3 o'clock p.m. and I can check it out again with my terminal. So you just make sure 100%, because we need all correctness, and it's very important. So I can check again. You can see it shows here right in the bottom that the time right now is 15:01, and it's should exactly to be the same, 15:01. So just refresh it and you can see it's 15:01 GMT. And so we're looking, you can see here's all the times for my platform. And so I'm going right to the bottom, because I know that this Friday is April the 3rd. There will be major American news again, non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. And you can see I have here number, it says 12:30. And so what I can do, and that's what I usually do, is I'm just going back to my terminal, and I would move this line to 3rd of April. Let's go back here, 3rd of April. We need 3rd of April, 12:30. So I would have to, this is 12 o'clock, and then I go into 30-minute chart, just make it even smaller, and then that would let me to put 12:30. That's the important bit. Now I know exactly that my news would happen at 12:30. So I found this point in terminal. You can see where the market is here right now, and it has few days before we're gonna get here, where I will be watching the news event. And so also easy again to understand. So let's say, fine, I now know on my terminal when the news will happen, and now I want to find out what time is going to be in my place, what time I should get up and watch for it. So let's say you are in well, New York again. So in New York, Toronto, you can find it here. It says, you can see New York, Toronto. You just pick that, except we already know roughly what the time would be, but we still want to check with this calendar. Is very easy, and you can find out that it would be in New York and Toronto, it would be 8:30 in the morning. So 8:30 a.m. You will be watching this news, which are in terminal, will be at 12:30. So that event will happen on 3rd of April 2015, and at 8:30 of your time if you're in New York or Canada. So, and that's how you do it. It's not hard, and the same wherever you are. For example, if you're in well, Brasilia, Buenos Aires, you can pick also the same. You can check it out again. You can see it's -3 hours difference. There will be 9:30 for you. So 9:30. So, and for, let's say, my time zone right now is Moscow. You can see here also is Istanbul, Athens, Nairobi. So same, you just pick it out, and I know already that it's going to be 3 o'clock, 3:30 p.m. in the evening. So that's how you look for the times, different time zones. So the first is important thing, you find out what's the time is in your terminal, then what's the time difference between your terminal and your local time, and then you just use those sites, and then you can figure out and just draw the moments, and you can make the notes in your diaries, or you just can stray away to put any lines in here where you should look for, and that's all. That's how really easy that is. So I hope it was useful for you, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye everyone.